Man kicked out of all-you-can-eat buffet after eating more than 50 pounds of food. Sues for $2 million for false advertising. Welcome to the 92nd episode of Beer and Fear. My name is Zach.
My name's Paige.
This week, we're talking about clowns. And I'm a little surprised that it took us this long to talk about clowns.
Who the fuck cares about clowns?
Clowns are scary. I feel like if you ask a large group of people what their top 3 biggest fears are, you might see clowns in that mix somewhere. You get the total cumulative results of everyone. Clowns are a common fear, I feel like. Would you agree?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You don't like clowns, right?
I mean, I don't have an opinion of clowns. I'm not scared of them, but I'm not like, woo, let's go look at clowns.
I think I'm
so into clowns. It's a hobby of mine.
Did you read or watch it?
Yes. I've seen the original, I've seen the 2 new ones, and I didn't read it, but I know the lore.
I didn't know there were...
Weird that it's all, like, its enemy is a turtle. A space turtle.
A space turtle.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all new to me. I think I saw the old one, but I did not see the new one with,
Bill Skarsgård.
what's his face? Skarsgård? I didn't know there was a second new one.
Yeah, dude. It follows up with, because that's how the other one was.
Oh.
I don't remember, I don't remember if the TV show was the one that has them as adults that come back to the town, or, I don't honestly remember, but the new one did them fighting it, and then the sequel has them coming back as adults.
Oh.
So, like, Bill Hader's in it.
Really?
Who else? Who's that fucking guy that played Professor Xavier in the new X-Men? James something? He was in that fucking movie where he had multiple personalities. It was M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Don't
Glass?
remember.
No, not Glass. But
It Chapter 2. Okay, here it is. Cast. Yep.
yes.
Broken? James McAvoy?
Yes.
Yep. Bill Skarsgård, Stephen King, Jessica Chastain, Sophia Lillis. Oh, it's got Finn Wolfhard in it.
Yeah, Bill Hader plays the adult version of the character that Finn Wolfhard plays. It was really funny because I saw this interview recently where when he was gonna film for it, or before they shot the sequel, they asked him who would they like to play the adult version. Well, they asked... Bill Hader was the one telling the story. He was like, yeah, they asked him, and he said, Bill Hader, and here I am. That kid's got a lot of pull. It's like, damn. You got a job because Finn Wolfhard wanted you to.
Mm-hmm. Bill Skarsgård is a handsome man.
I think he's got an interesting face, and I don't like the fact that his eyes just do that naturally.
Yeah. They're like in his head.
No, he does the Pennywise clown like eye movement thing on his own. Yeah, it's a thing. Weird. He's got a very famous dad who's also an actor, and his brother is also an actor. His older brother is like ripped as hell and played Tarzan, and also in the movie Northman or something.
You know a lot about movies.
I do.
Wow. Well, if there's ever like a movie trivia.
I won't participate. I hate trivia. On a principle, I will not participate in trivia. The only time I will participate in trivia is if we're playing Harry Potter trivia in this goddamn living room.
I know Bill Skarsgård from Castle Rock. I watched Castle Rock on Hulu.
What the fuck is that?
It's a Stephen King series, TV series, that...
That doesn't have Nathan Fillion in it, does it?
I forget his name.
I don't think
forget
it does.
the actor. Nathan who?
Fillion.
I don't think so. He doesn't look familiar. No.
You know what? He was in a TV show called Castle, not Castle Rock.
Oh, yeah, it's Castle Rock. It's a Stephen King series where it combines a lot of different movies together, or a lot of his books together.
She's gonna blend soon.
It's very good. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen Castle Rock, watch Castle Rock. Bill Skarsgård's incredible in it. Yeah, I haven't seen the It movies. I haven't seen the new ones. I just remember watching the really old one.
I liked it.
I would like to watch the new ones.
I've watched them multiple times.
But maybe that perpetuates people's fear of clowns.
I will say, I mean, horror movies are very predictable.
Sure.
So I'm not really scared usually. Mm-hmm. There is a jump scare in the first one that I think was pretty good. It startled me a little.
Okay.
I was like, wow.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, but I'd still like to check it out. So we're talking about clowns.
Yeah.
How was your week? Anything special? Anything interesting or cool happen?
What?
I don't know if that's a good laugh or a bad laugh. Should I be concerned?
That's me laughing at my misery laugh.
Ah.
It's been a long fucking week.
Tell me about it.
No.
All right.
Every time you say that, I'm just like, tell me about it, stud. Like it's grease. And then she flicks the cigarette on the ground. Sandy! It's been a long week. Work's been exhausting. I'm not even in my classroom with my kids. I'm in the fucking infant room taking care of the babies. And the babies are cool, but they don't come up to me and tell me that they love me. And I'm just like, I need that.
That's very rude of them.
It is rude of them. How dare they? They can't even talk.
Terrible. Upsetting.
That's the only reason I do it. For the kids that tell me they love me.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
No, it's just the lack of communication. It's just very quiet. You're talking to like another adult, another teacher, but there's only so much that you can say to this person in the span of 9 to 10 hours.
Jeez.
They cry a lot. There's no communication. They just cry. They're purely fueled by their baser needs.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so ridiculous. I just like roasting them. That's all I do.
Just talk shit about them.
Yes. There's this one girl. I love her so much. Her name is also Paige.
Oh.
She's my little buddy. But she looks like a fucking gargoyle. And she makes the sounds of a pug in distress. Oh, God, Paige. You need help. It's so sad.
Oh, no.
She's so cute, though.
Well, bless your heart for taking care. I mean, someone's got to do it. Take care of those babies while their parents are hard at work.
Well, their parents are all a pain in the ass.
You know what's weird? Okay, I don't know. This might be a little controversial.
Oh, God.
But if you're going to be a parent and you're going to have a kid and you need it to be at daycare for the majority of every day, maybe you shouldn't have had kids. I don't know. But that seems like a common thing. That's like a thing now that people just do that. But to me, that looks like, I don't know. I feel like someone should be taking care of the kid.
I mean, we are.
Like one of the parents. Yeah. But I mean, it means you get a job. It means they have, because it's just a little depressing. It's like you have a child and then you need to send it to daycare because you need to keep working. You need to keep going to your job and saving money for the child that you had and also for you and your life. And it just doesn't seem like a life that's worth it.
I will say, some of these children spend basically a majority of their lives with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Until obviously they leave the school. Like some of these kids are there Monday through Friday, like 6:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m.
That's insane. See,
that's 12 hours.
Yeah, and then they take their child
Monday
home.
through Friday, 5 days a week.
They take their child home. They spend 3, maybe 4 hours before they got to put them to bed.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. They are in charge of breakfast, morning diaper, dinner diaper. That's it. Like their kids go to bed after that. There's no like.
Yeah.
Play with parents
essentially
time.
The daycare is essentially parenting and raising these kids. So, I mean...
And then they go home, and their parents don't enforce any of the structure, and they come back, and they become a total mess. And the parents are like, why are they like this? I don't understand. Look in the mirror, Becky. Look in the mirror.
Oh, Becky.
Oh, God, it's bad.
No, but it's coming from someone who doesn't really...
And I agree.
I don't want to have kids.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I feel like there's sometimes I'll talk to, like, the women that I work with, my co-teachers and such, and I'm just like, I don't have kids. I obviously can't weigh in on this as someone who's been like, oh, I've raised a child. This is blah, 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 what you should do.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, some of this seems super fucking obvious.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's like, and then they come back on Monday and they're just like, "Oh, they were a handful." And I'm like, try dealing with them 5 days out of the week because you had 2.
They were a handful.
Oh my God.
Yep, we'll see you in 5 days. Bye.
Exactly. Oh my God, it was so fucking stupid.
It's just why have kids and put them through that? It's not like it's a terrible thing, but why put them through that and not see them if you're just going to be working and doing the same shit you would be doing if you didn't have kids?
Yeah.
It's like, if I'm going to have a kid, I want to spend all day, every day with them and raise them, or not have kids and live my life the way I want to live it and have some free time.
And not have to pay for things.
Yeah, exactly. They're expensive.
College.
Expensive little brats. And college.
I guess we should start talking about clowns. I should ask you how you've been, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you could. You could do that.
How you doing, babe? How's your week?
My week was good. Let's see. Ali and I had our talk-anniversary, which was
What the fuck?
Monday. It was our talk-anniversary.
When you first started talking?
When we first started talking.
Got
yep.
it.
The
Go
first
on.
day we talked to each other.
Okay. I like that it has a cute little name and everything.
Yeah, I went to Meyer, bought some sweet rosé, some barefoot rosé, real cheap wine, and we had some champagne, and then we watched It's Complicated with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin.
I have never seen that, but I love Meryl Streep.
I was getting to that. Unbelievable. Jeez.
Look, don't you dare. I'm in love with her.
It's right here.
Anything that you say.
I'm reading it. I wrote it down.
Anything that you say that's like a sheesh to that woman means nothing to me.
Your talk-anniversary with Ale had sopa de tortilla and drank some champagne. So she made sopa de tortilla.
Ooh.
And it was delicious.
Wait,
I loved
she
it.
made that for me before?
I don't think so. She wants to make it for you.
No.
You have
And I
not.
have some if you want to take home.
Ooh.
It's really good.
She spoils me.
With chicharron. It's that fried pork skin. Amazing. So that was our talk-anniversary. And then I started my little staycation on Wednesday. We got hibachi also. First time.
Hibachi's so good.
First time Ali tried hibachi. Oh my god.
But you know, you're never gonna go to a sushi place and be like, "Yeah, I'll do hibachi over sushi."
Yeah.
What is
that's true. I mean, if the restaurant has sushi and hibachi and their sushi's better, I'm getting sushi. But this place we tried I forget the name of it. It's in Elmwood Park. It was like red something. It's called New Star. I'm sorry,
you.
New Star. It's in Elmwood Park.
News? There's nothing red in that.
New Star. No, no
Star.
red. It was like a 3-letter word. I thought it was red. It was new. New Star. They do have sushi. It's a Chinese restaurant, but they do really good hibachi. And oh my god, the amount of food that you get is ridiculous.
I just want to go to unlimited sushi.
Oh yeah, all you
You
can
will
eat.
see me stuffing my pockets with rolls.
I haven't been to an all-you-can-eat place in a while,
Hand
but
over
it's
fist.
it's tasty. But they made fried rice. They made like noodles.
Did they do the onion choo-choo train?
No, they did the onion volcano.
What's the choo-choo train?
I don't know.
Because he's got the little whistle.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
What is that for? I could have sworn that the onion is also a train.
Maybe that was like one.
Because he uses the little
Well-
spatulas in the train. He chokes it all.
I'm not sure. But it was funny because it was an onion volcano, and then he brought out this bottle that had a little boy dressed as a firefighter, and he was holding.
Ah, the pee-pee!
Yeah, he was like firefighter, and he was peeing on the onion. It was funny. But it was delicious. A shit ton of food, and it was phenomenal. I loved it. We have a lot of leftovers, but it's a good week.
Standing by.
Standing by. Doom, 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 doom. Is that can we sing that? We're gonna get banned from the internet.
Because that's the Jeopardy.
Yeah, isn't it?
Song,
It's
yeah.
copyrighted. You can't just
Probably.
play that.
I would say so, probably, yeah.
Okay. The brewery,
Trebek doesn't let you do shit.
even from the grave.
Is he dead?
He's dead.
Alex Trebek is dead?
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's been dead for a while.
I just knew that he wasn't hosting Jeopardy anymore.
He was in ill health, and the news said he was doing okay, but then he passed away.
My goodness.
It was terrible. It's pretty bad.
Well, this night got worse.
And then you got what's her name? Malim Balik, Mayim Balik.
The actress?
Yeah.
The one that was on Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
That's also a neurosurgeon?
Yes,
Bad
she was
bitch.
hosting Jeopardy.
Bad bitch shit right
She
there.
was hosting Jeopardy. And then the guy who won a shit ton of episodes, who's like the king of Jeopardy, Ken Jennings. Mhm.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Ken Jennings.
Ken Jennings. Ken Jennings. How many Subway sandwiches tall is he? I'm just curious. Clowns, Jesus.
Yes, the brewery is Beguile Brewing.
What is that?
Beguile Brewing.
Beguile?
Beguile Brewing.
How do you spell?
Begyle.
Beguile.
Beguile.
What? Yeah, beguile. Right?
Beguile.
You say beguile, and I'm just like, sounds like you're trying to say beagle.
It does, but I wanted to make sure I knew how to pronounce this brewery, so I watched a live stream from their Facebook page where it was the head brewer, or the owner of the brewery, and he pronounced the brewery Beguile Brewing.
Maybe he just doesn't know how to pronounce the word.
I don't know. Maybe he's like the owner, like he's the one who made it, so I would assume he knows how to say the word. I don't think it's an actual word. So I think he can say it however he wants to since he owns the brewery. So I'm going to say it like him, Beguile Brewing. It's located
It's spelled entirely different. So.
yeah, it's located at 1800 West Coulier. How do you say Cuyler? Couiler, right? Couiler. 1800 West Couiler Avenue in Chicago Brewery. Chicago, Illinois, 60613. They're located in the Ravenswood Industrial Corridor of Chicago, also known as Malt Row. Beguile Brewing prides itself on offering a diverse and approachable selection of quality beer that brings people together. We built a community of beer lovers with our CSB, that's Community Supported Brewery, program, offering members 6 or 12-month growler fill subscriptions, and by hosting events and supporting local organizations. Beguile's brewery and taproom have become a neighborhood staple as well as a destination for travelers. That's all I have on the brewery, and I have even less on the beer.
Thank goodness. I like a mystery.
The beer is called Boat Shoes.
What?
Boat Shoes.
Boat shoes. These are my boat shoes.
There is a brewery
For my boat.
called Clown Shoes Brewery.
Uh-huh.
I looked on Benny's, everything sold out.
Oh, of course.
So I had to go.
Ain't that how it goes, though?
I had to choose boat shoes because clowns wear big shoes.
And when they're on boats, they wear clown boat shoes.
Exactly. They've got boat shoes. That's the tie-in. With a moderate amount of bitterness and a crisp, dry finish, this light, malt-forward, Kölsch-style ale
Like a Kölsch.
is made for leisure.
We like a Kölsch.
We like Kölsch.
Do you remember that? What's that fucking song that they used for Six Flags? We like to party.
Oh, I just remember. Dun, 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 dun. I just remember that one with the old man dancing.
What a jam.
We've had a few Kölsch beers before. Our first was Dr. Frankenstein
Yes.
by Metropolitan for our
For
live
our
episode,
live episode.
number 58. And our second was Not Far From the Tree,
Our live episode was an upper 58.
number 58.
We didn't even make it on a 10.
Nope,
Wow,
just
we're
randomly.
Fucking lazy.
Number 58. That was Not Far From the Tree by Pipeworks for 62. We got another
Not
Kölsch.
Far From the Tree was good.
If I remember right, yes. A crisp, delicate, and oh so drinkable, the German-style Kölsch is a beer hybrid, meaning that it is a production and subsequent beer drinking experience that settles qualities of both lager beers and ale beers. These light and refreshing ale-lager hybrids are perfect for warm summer days and have become a favored style by American craft brewers and beer lovers alike. In addition to their thirst-quenching ability, they also are a fun beer to enjoy with food, including traditional German sausages and kraut. Doesn't your dad make really good sauerkraut?
Yes.
I thought.
We also have a bomb-ass recipe for German potato salad that's been passed down for a while.
Yeah, I've had that.
It's so good.
It's kind of crazy. I've never tasted anything like it before.
It's good.
It's
good.
It's good. The German-style Kölsch is light in color and malt character. This style's fermentation process yields a light, vinous character, which is accompanied by a slightly dry, crisp finish. Ale yeast is used for fermentation, though lager yeast is sometimes used in the bottle or final cold conditioning process. Technically, for beer to be called a Kölsch, it has to come from the city of Cologne.
Ah, I'm having deja vu.
But that hasn't stopped American craft brewers from embracing the Kölsch style of beers. Craft beer connoisseurs have been enjoying American Kölsch style beers during the warm seasons since the Kölsch was introduced to the American craft scene. This beer style pairs best with bratwurst, nutty cheeses, and even lighter desserts like apricot cake. Man, nutty cheeses. I love Kölsch. I'm excited to try this. I bet I'll really enjoy it. This is 5% ABV, unknown IBU or SRM. It does have a beer advocate score of 83. Good.
Isn't 84 very good?
I don't know where that cutoff is.
What is that divide?
85 is very good. 85, 86. Maybe it's either 84. Nope, 84 is still good. So it's 85. It's very good.
Interesting. Maybe it goes by fives.
Beer advocate score of 83, good. It's number 194 in the style, number 25,107. 25,107 overall, and an average rating of 3.54.
3.54?
Jesus Christ. Out of 13 ratings. Check out the brewery. It's at Beguile Brewing. That's Begyle Brewing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or go to their website, beguilebrewing.com.
I just think it's weird that it's spelled that way, and it's so similar to the word beguile.
Is that a word?
Yeah, Beguile. It's to enchant or something like that. Or tell a tale to enchant.
Charm or enchant.
Yeah, enchant.
Beguile.
Yeah, beguile. Like,
I don't know. It's a weird name. I don't know. It didn't say anything about how they came up with the name, but
this is my thought pyramid.
Oh.
This is in which I am thinking.
That's when you're thinking you do.
This is what I am thinking.
You doing okay over there?
You know that this just like a Kyle or a Chad saw this and he was like, "My fellow Chads, it's about our boat shoes."
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, read the thing. That's new.
Where am I reading? What am I?
This.
Oh, no. Government warning.
Not that one.
It was my turn. Bitterness and crispy fish.
I mean, to the people.
Sorry, it's your beer.
You want me to read it?
Right?
Yeah, read it.
Oh, okay. Boat shoes. With a moderate amount of bitterness and a crisp, dry finish, this light malt-forward Kölsch is made for leisure. It might be what a fool believes, but we think that peaceful, easy feeling is more of a mindset than anything a rich girl can buy. 5% alcohol by volume.
Yeah, it's a cool can. I like it. I like the colors.
Those are definitely boat shoes. There's a little captain's hat.
And the emblem is a hop.
Oh, it
See
is. That's cute.
So these
I like
glasses.
the can.
These glasses are perfect because this is a German style beer and these are German glasses. These are actually, as far as I know, these are made in Germany because they were at my mom's house, the house that my grandma and grandpa used to live in.
Okay.
And my grandfather's from Germany, and these are all German glasses. They all have German words on them.
These are German words.
And I have a few more.
And you know that no other country can print German words besides Germany.
Only Germany. But my mom, we had the what's it called? Like it was sort of like a bar. Or God, why am I blanking on the drawers? There were drawers of these glasses. A lot of glasses. A lot of German glasses. And my mom didn't want all of them there, so she was giving them to people. It's like Carol was taking some, Julie was taking some. And we took a few home, and I really love these. Some of them are gold-rimmed, but they're all from Germany. And I love them because...
rim.
because the The beer and the glass go really well together. And I cannot break any of them.
If you yell it, will it make sure it happens? That you don't?
Nice synchronized
Ew.
pop of the can there. What do you mean, ew? It smells like a... You're terrible.
Sorry, that was visceral.
It doesn't smell anything
That
like
was
you're
a
making it
pure
out to
reaction.
be. It smells nothing like you're making it out to be.
It smells everything like I'm making it out to be. Am I ever dramatic? Ever?
Never, Paige.
Never.
Now just watch your pour, because you can't get the whole can in there. What do you smell?
Old lady perfume.
What's the faces? Old lady perfume.
Yeah, but it came out of a skunk's butt.
There is a little something
A little
in the
skunky.
back that isn't...
Yeah, it's the skunk's butt.
But I don't know. It smells like a Kölsch.
a musty glass.
A little... Oh, yeah. Yeah, like a glass that you would find at an antique store.
The glass.
I mean, they are old glasses, but I don't think that... Because we washed them all. And I've had beer out of these glasses before, and it didn't taste bad. Yeah, it smells like a glass you'd find at an antique store.
My plan going forward is to just chug these so I don't taste them. That's how we should do this.
So we can't provide any input on the beer at all?
Exactly.
I don't know, can't tell you how it tastes. Just buy it yourself and try it.
Yeah, right? You're
What
on
are we
your
like-
fucking own.
are we beer
did
reviewers or something? Oh, the color.
That's colored. That's colored.
The color of Kölsch. Oh, look at that. I like the little bubbles. It's kind of translucent, but it looks like a lager. Can we do another clink?
Sure.
Ooh, okay.
These just don't clink well. It tastes better than it smells.
Interesting.
Crisp. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. There's
Huh.
a weirdness in the aftertaste.
Yeah, a little bit.
What's the burp like?
Let me try.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there.
It's kind of pleasant. It's a little sweet.
Okay.
Sweet and, like, earthy and grassy at the same time. I don't know. I can taste the hop. But according to the review, it's supposed to be malt forward.
And the Surgeon General.
And the Surgeon General, it's supposed to have alcohol in it.
Hang on.
It's like it's a little sweet.
Oh, a little bit.
But it's very strange. Not far from the tree was a Kölsch. It didn't taste like this. Kölsch is a weird kind of style. And they all have different flavors. And
Well, it's not from that town, so it's not a Kölsch.
it's not a true Kölsch. It's an American adaptation of the Kölsch beer. Okay, now all I can smell is Mexican food. Hey, down the whole glass.
It is sweet, but it just doesn't... I don't know. It's not very pleasant.
Freedom of speech. That one was...
What did I give that one?
You gave it a 7.
I'm going to give this one a 5.
So you like it better.
6, I lied.
A 6. I was also rating this higher. I'm going to give it a 4.
Wow, really? Mighty bold move, Cotton.
I might move these down, actually.
My issue is, we always say we can move it later, but we don't genuinely remember the beers at that point.
It's tough to remember
So I
them.
really want to solidify my opinion now, so I don't move it later.
Well, see...
So I'm
yeah,
saving the good spots
Yeah.
for later.
I mean, you could objectively... No, you could say, from a scale of 1 to 10, how much you like this beer and rank it, but then... The scores really depend on it. They're all relative of the other beers that we have. So, like, you can have a really shitty tasting beer and put it at a 5, but then have all of the other beers be worse than that. So your 5 ends up being a 1. So they can move, and it's tough to remember.
I've never
what they
made
taste
such
like.
a big move though. I've never taken a 5 to a 1.
I think you did like the last one you had to rank was a 9, and you made it a 1 or
No
something like that. I don't know.
way.
You did something
That's
weird.
a huge move.
You did something weird one time, but
Maybe I was just in a silly, goofy mood.
no, this would be really, really good with a bratwurst or something.
Oh yeah, it's a
Some kind of sausage.
German.
Yeah, just like a meaty, savory sausage with some classic ground mustard, sauerkraut. This will go perfect.
I gotta be level-headed for this.
Chug the whole beer.
That's
You weren't kidding.
level-headed.
You weren't kidding about
told
chugging
you.
it.
I could pretend they don't taste bad. Yeah. What'd you think of that? It's great.
It's delicious. I drank it for like 5 seconds.
Clowns.
You heard her.
Yeah, you did. So the phobia of clowns. I don't know if you talked about that. I don't know. It's like colrophobia, something like that. Why couldn't it just be clownophobia?
Clown. Yeah, why don't they just make them
Why don't you just make it easy?
what they are? Seaophobia instead of megalophobia.
What's I mean, some of them are a little on the nose. Like there's that fear of like what is it? Thalassophobia?
Thalassophobia?
Yeah, we did an episode on thalassophobia.
We did an episode, yeah.
There's also
megalophobia.
people who get like uncomfortable seeing like holes in things.
Oh yeah.
So like yeah, why wouldn't you just holy phobia?
Holy phobia.
But you're like the Suriname toad because they give birth out of their back. People get uncomfortable
yeah.
with that, yeah.
Well, there's arachnophobia, which makes sense. Arachnid.
See? Arachnid. See? Like what?
Doraphobia, if you fear
Right,
doors.
fear doors.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of doors. It's derived from the Greek word something. Colabathrates. That's me speaking to Satan. It means stilt walker, which sounds like a slur.
Yeah, that's something you don't want to call someone else.
Can you look up the name of the phobia of long words?
Oh, yeah.
Long words.
It's a long word. Phobia of long words is hippopotamonstrossesquippedaliophobia.
That's just mean.
It's one of the longest words in the dictionary.
That's so mean.
It's one of the... It's
Yeah, doctor, I have hippo.
I can't say it.
Anyways, the fear of clowns is one of the most common fears in the world. It's often due to bad childhood experiences or even gloomy history involving clowns.
And that's why I'm saying it.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying I'm surprised it took us this long to cover clowns, because it's a very common phobia. It's a very common fear.
We still haven't done arachnophobia.
I thought we were saving that. Spiders is a common one.
I just think there's nothing there.
What?
You heard me. Let's go into the history of clowns, guys.
Oh, yeah.
I know you all want to know.
Who was the first clown, Paige?
The most ancient clowns have been found in the 5th dynasty of Egypt around
God.
2400 BC.
Wow.
Unlike court jesters, clowns have traditionally served as socio-religious and psychological role. And traditionally, the roles of priest and clown have been held by the same persons. That's what I think whenever I think of my local priest. That guy's always clowning around. What a silly fella.
I don't know why I imagined an exorcist coming in to perform an exorcism. He's just got the face paint and the nose on. He's
May
looking
the
all
power
serious.
of Christ compel you.
He does the water trick where they pretend to like throw water on you, but it's just paper. It's just like the fake.
He's got the little flower on his shoulder that he's like, look at this, but it's holy water.
Let me take out my scripture, and he's just pulling paper out of his sleeves.
It's me.
Whoa!
It's me, Father Bozo.
Father Bozo. Oh, Lord.
Peter Berger.
I like burger.
Writes, I like burger. It seems plausible that folly and fools like religion and magic meet some deeply rooted needs in human society. Mm-hmm. For this reason, clowning is often considered an important part of training as a physical performance discipline, partly because tricky subject matter can be dealt with, but also because it requires a high level of risk and play in the performer. In anthropology, the term clown has been extended to comparable jester or fool, characters in non-Western cultures. A society in which such clowns have an important position are termed clown societies. I don't want to go there.
Clown society.
Have you checked out the clown societies recently?
Sounds like a cult.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. But also, I just imagine immediately, I don't know why my brain went here, they would, instead of like communal bikes like the city has, they'd have communal tricycles or unicycles. Everyone would carpool. And it'd be like 50 clowns in one clown car. And a clown character involved in a religious or ritual capacity is known as a ritual clown. Band name. I don't know how you say this. Heyoka? Heyyoka? Heyoka?
That's how I would say it.
Right? Is an individual in Lakota and Dakota cultures who lives outside the constraints of normal cultural rules, playing the role of a backwards clown. Why does the clown have to be backwards? By doing everything in reverse. Answered that question. The Heyoka role is sometimes best filled by a winkte?
A winkte.
It's the contraction of an old Lakota word. It's a very long word. Winyanch. It means wants to be like a woman. Okay. Many native tribes have a history of clowning. Just clowning around. Down to clown till I'm dead in the ground. ICP, baby. Juggalo rules.
Hashtag Juggalo rules.
The Canadian clowning method, which obviously you want to know what the Canadian clowning method
I'm very familiar with it.
Is a mask-based style of performance created by Richard Pachinko, not the guy who originated the game of pachinko. Also known as the Pachinko method or clown through mask. Clown through mask. 7 masks are used, each representing one of the 6 physical directions: north, south, east, west, above, and below.
Okay.
That's above, and it's also below.
Okay.
So you would go above, and then you'd go below.
I follow.
Yeah, because here's below.
Right.
And then you go
below,
under
that.
You go below that, not
below.
under that. You go below it. And then above.
Yeah.
And you go above that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you follow. And then there's obviously north.
Yeah. Okay.
The other direction.
Interesting.
Northwest, Kim Ye's kid. The final 7th mask is the clown nose. Pachinko taught clowning as a sort of reverse therapy, in which instead of ridding oneself of anxieties, the clown performer leans into their own insecurities and foibles in order to package them as a comedy.
Reverse anxiety. That's exactly what I need.
Exactly. Get applauded for your idiosyncrasies.
I need more of that.
Reverse anxiety.
Don't have enough anxiety.
Reverse anxiety. The Canadian clowning method, developed by Richard Pachinko and furthered by his former apprentice Sue Morrison, combines European and Native American clowning techniques. In this tradition, masks are made of clay while the creator's eyes are closed. A mask is made for each direction of the medicine wheel. During this process, the clown creates a personal mythology that explores their personal experiences.
This is insane. This is very in-depth.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
I don't know clowns had such elaborate history.
Yeah. Modern clowns are strongly associated with the tradition of the circus clown, which developed out of early comedic roles in theater or there's an accent above it, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Variate shows during the 19th to 20th mid-centuries. This recognizable character features outlandish costumes, distinctive makeup, colorful wigs, exaggerated footwear, and colorful clothing, with the style generally being designed to entertain large audiences. The first mainstream clown role was portrayed by Joseph Grimaldi, who also created the traditional white face makeup. In the early 1800s, he expanded the role of clown in the harlequinade that formed part of British pantomimes, notably at the Theatre Royal. He became so dominant on the London comic stage that harlequinade clowns became known as Joey, and both the nickname and Grimaldi's white face makeup design are still used by other clowns.
Yep.
The comedy that clowns perform is usually in the role of a fool, whose everyday actions and tasks become extraordinary, and for whom the ridiculous, for a short while, becomes ordinary. This style of comedy has a long history in many countries and cultures across the world. Some writers have argued that due to the widespread use of such comedy and its long history, it is a need that is part of the human condition.
Interesting.
Yeah, just check that off all my boxes. Functioning heart, functioning lungs, clowns, love of a parent, more clowns.
It's a basic human necessity.
Mm-hmm. The clown character developed out of the Zanni. Zany?
It's pretty
Zany?
cool.
Zany? What? Those cables?
Yeah.
Okay. Rustic fool characters of the early modern commedia, something French, which were themselves directly based on the rustic fool characters of ancient Greek and Roman theater. Rustic buffoon characters in classical Greek theater were known as
Sclerohypthus.
I don't speak Greek.
That's news to me.
Yeah, I know. In Roman theater, a term for clown was fosser, literally digger or laborer.
Interesting.
To dig.
Yeah.
Dig.
Yeah, those digging clowns.
I always see them on the side of the road just digging ditches. The English word clown was first recorded in 1560 in the generic meaning rustic boor peasant. The origin of the word, there's commas in between those. I just didn't read it like there was commas because who needs commas?
You could be all three of those things.
Exactly. So. The origin of the word is uncertain, like my future. Perhaps from a Scandinavian word, cognate, with clumsy. It is in this sense that clown is used as the name of fool characters in Shakespeare's Othello and The Winter's Tale. Is Othello the one where he has sex with his mother or wants to have sex with his mother?
Yeah, I think so. I think when I read that...
Othello complex, right?
I read it in high school, and it's the only time I read it.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't even read it. Maybe I spark noted it.
I'm pretty sure.
It's like something I would do.
The guy that wanted to have sex with his mom.
Pretty sure. Look it up.
No, I'm confident enough to be like, yeah, that's the guy that wanted to have sex
that's
with his mom. Yeah. The sense of clown is referring to a professional or habitual fool or jester developed soon after 1600 based on Elizabethan rustic fool characters such as Shakespeare's. The harlequinade developed in England in the 17th century, inspired by Arlecchino, it sounds like a drink, Arlecchino, something, and the Commedia
sounds like a mobster.
Dell'arte? It was here that clown came into use as the given name of a stock character, originally a foil for Harlequin's slyness. Clowns, or clown, was a buffoon or bumpkin fool. I haven't used bumpkin before. Bumpkin, bring it back. Who resembled less a jester than a comical idiot. He was a lower-class character dressed in tattered servant's garb. The now classical features of the clown character were developed by Joseph Grimaldi in the 1800s. The circus clown developed in the 19th century. The modern circus derives from Philip Astley's London riding school.
Is that Rick Astley's great-grandfather?
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down.
Never gonna let you clown. Oof.
Zachary!
Oof.
My soul left my body!
Oh, Lord.
Astley added a clown to his shows to amuse the spectators between equestrian sequences. American comedian George L. Fox became known for his clown role, directly inspired by Grimaldi in the 1860s. And there's some other clowns. They're just clowning around. Belling's costume. Belling was a guy that was a clown. Tom Belling Sr., 1843 and 1900, R.I.P. to the real dog.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Had a clown character in the 1870s. His costume became the template for the modern stock character of circus or children's clowns, based on a lower class or hobo character with red nose, white makeup around the eyes and mouth, and oversized clothes and shoes. The clown character, as developed by the late 19th century, is reflected in Ruggiero in opera. The English word clown was borrowed along with the circus clown act by many other languages, such as French clown, Russian, and other Slavic languages. I guess I could go into the 20th century. Yeah, because it goes into Bozo the Clown. In the 20th century, with the disappearance of the rustic simpleton or village idiot character of everyday experience, North American circuses developed characters such as the tramp or hobo. Examples include Marceline Orbiz, who performed at the Hippodrome Theater. Hippodrome. They were also in Charlie Chaplin's The Tramp. In the United States, Bozo the Clown was an influential character since the late 1950s. The Bozo show premiered in 1960 and appeared nationally on cable television in 1978. McDonald's has a clown that I sat in its lap. Derived its mascot clown Ronald McDonald from the Bozo character in the 60s. Based on the Bozo template, the U.S. Custom... Why did you get that so quickly?
Can I post this on the website?
No, I look bad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I have an image.
You look phenomenal.
No, I don't. My face looks scary.
I think that was the point.
I don't know what you're talking about. He didn't even pay me for that. Bozo derived standalone characters in children's entertainment, kind of shifted in the 1980s, and they gave rise to the evil clown character. With the attraction of small clowns of clowns for small children being based in their fundamentally threatening or frightening nature. The fear of clowns, obviously, circus clowns became colorophobia. But there's quite a few. There's the August clowns. There's blackface, buffoon, harlequin, jester, mime artist, Pirio, Pueblo, rodeo clown, tramp, and whiteface.
Huh. Pueblo. You mentioned Bozo the Clown. I totally forgot about him when I was doing research for the episode.
I only remember him because of Bozo Buckets.
Yeah. Funny you say that. I was just pulling this up because
Bozo Buckets.
I recall my mom showing me footage of, I don't know if it was her friend Debbie or if it was someone else that she knew who made it on Bozo's Circus, the Bozo show, and played Bozo Buckets. And I thought she showed me something on YouTube, and I was about to call her and ask her, but it's a little late. Bozo Buckets.
There's also some organizations for clowns if you're clowning around and looking for a good time. The World Clown Association, it's a worldwide organization for clowns, jugglers, magicians, and face painters. There's also an annual convention, mainly held in the United States. If you're interested, I'll find the address. Clowns of America International is the Minnesota-based nonprofit clown arts membership organization, which aims to share, educate, and act as a gathering place for serious-minded amateurs, semi-professionals, and professional clowns.
Wow, this got very intimate all of a sudden.
Clowns International is a British clowning organization dating back to the 1940s. It is responsible for the Clown Egg Register. And I know you want to know what the Clown Egg Register is.
I'm very curious.
It's a museum of clowning.
I thought you said Clown Egg Register.
It's an archive of painted ceramic and hen eggs.
Oh, okay. It is eggs.
Yeah, it's eggs. There's eggs. It's at a clown museum. Yeah. Do you want me to get intimate? I can do intimate. I can do phone sex operator.
No.
Solid pass to that. So there's obviously skills that a clown must have, and there's also clown school that you can go to.
Oh, yeah. It's a legit school.
Clowns may perform such skills as tightrope walking, juggling, unicycling, master of ceremonies, or ride an animal.
Mm-hmm. I rode an elephant once.
A baby elephant?
No, a large elephant. I've ridden an elephant before. I've never...
Did you feel like those people in Lord of the Rings?
No, I think that was before I watched Lord of the Rings or knew what it was.
Wow,
but
damn.
I've never ridden a horse before, but I've ridden an elephant.
Anyways, that's my section.
All right. I couldn't help but notice your socks. They look a little clowny.
Those are ghosts.
Yeah, but they've got
Animal Crossing.
They've got the white. There's ghosts in Animal Crossing.
It's just this one ghost in the new Animal Crossing that comes to your island, and you have to collect like these little wish stars and bring them to him, and then he gives you a furniture piece.
That's why I'm not familiar. Yeah. I've only played the original Animal Crossing. Oh, and I played Wild World, too, on the DS.
A classic.
Remember the Nintendo DS?
Yeah, I still have mine.
Oh, I'm jealous.
I also have my Game Boy SP.
Jealous?
Yeah, bitch.
I was feeling, I think I may have told this story before, but I was feeling particularly nostalgic one day. And I went on eBay and I bought a Game Boy Advance SP, and I bought the limited edition, like, it was a cyan blue color. It's a light blue.
I remember that one.
And it had the improved backlight on it. And I bought some Pokemon games because I really wanted to play retro Pokemon. Oh, just talking about it right now makes me want to buy it and play it again.
Where is it?
Well, I played it, and I was enjoying myself, and then I got bored, and then it sat around, and I stopped playing it because I'm pretty sure I have ADHD, and my intention was focused on something else at the time, and I just wasn't using it, so I sold it again. I put it back on eBay and sold it.
Foolish.
Yeah, I should have just kept it. I should have just kept it around, yeah, because if I ever had the desire to play again.
Have a nostalgic moment. You don't have to buy a new one. You just have it.
Yeah, exactly, and I love those games. It's my childhood. Well, I'm going to talk about... I'm not going to talk about John Wayne Gacy because...
That's a whole fucking topic.
Yeah, actually, Ale reminded me about John Wayne Gacy. I totally forgot about him when researching clowns. I feel like he could be his own episode because there's a lot to unpack with him. But I will talk about the Great Clown Panic of 2016. I don't know if you recall.
No.
When clowns were very much a big deal.
Oh, yeah, when they were all murdering
Everyone
people.
was freaking about
and
clowns.
And you'd go into the forest and there'd just be a clown.
There were all those videos of people dressing up as clowns and, like, stalking people and chasing people. And it became a huge media thing. It kind of blew up in the media. A lot of people were terrorizing others dressed as clowns.
How is this the reality we live in?
Honestly.
Everything's a simulation and you can't convince me otherwise.
So I'm going to read a few articles about that Great Clown Panic of 2016.
I got, never mind. That's inappropriate. My personal information.
This one's called The Great Clown Panic of 2016, a volatile mix of fear and contagion. It began,
It's worse in the can.
Oh, I didn't know you had more in the can.
Well, I only did a second half glass. I guess I'll finish it.
It began in the UK on Friday, 30th September. Yep. Police in Newcastle received reports of someone dressed as a, quote, creepy clown, leaping out of bushes to scare children. Over the next few days, half a dozen such clown incidents were recorded.
I'm imagining this guy scaring kids, and he's like, all right, I gotta get back in the bushes.
Back in the bushes.
Back in the bushes, gotta scare another kid.
Reset. A teenage clown was arrested in possession of a, quote, bladed article.
A teenage clown.
Teenage clown in possession of a bladed article. On October 5th, the tabloids announced that a, quote, terrifying clown craze had hit the shores, and so it began to spread. The first named victim was 17-year-old student Megan Bell, who had a, quote, lifelong fear of clowns, and was chased down by the street.
It's always the bitches that got a fear of clowns that get assaulted by the clowns.
She was chased down the street by one at night. Apparently, I don't know how these people... Maybe they knew she had a fear of clowns? Not sure.
There's a National Fear of Clowns registry.
Yeah.
That's public knowledge.
They hacked into it.
All right.
Soon more clowns began to pop up in Wales, Manchester, Sheffield, and Liverpool, then just about everywhere. Concerned parents made Facebook pages about the clowns, thus inadvertently helping to spread the meme. The Metropolitan Police advised school children to call 999 if they saw a, quote, killer clown. Some observers spoke knowingly of a classic, quote, social panic, since only a very few of the clown incidents involved actual physical assaults.
My question is, how do you know who's a regular clown and who's a killer clown?
I mean, if you see a clown at night...
You should just assume it's a killer clown.
Would you assume that it's...
No upstanding clown citizen is out past 9.
All of the regular clowns are sleeping. They gotta be up early...
for their clown jobs.
To clown around. But being chased down the street at night by a clown or anyone else is frightening enough for adults and children alike. This article says the current craze, and this is by The Guardian, by the way, the current craze started as crazes often do in the U.S. Wow. Just throwing the U.S. right under the bus.
I mean, that's where we belong.
Crazes often start in the U.S.
Run
Guardian.
me over.
Really?
Run me over.
Where, since the beginning of August, people dressed as clowns had been popping up creepily all over the country. There was speculation that it was all a PR stunt for the upcoming release of a movie version of Stephen King's 1986 horror novel, It.
There's already a movie version of it. Why are you saying whatever?
which features a
Semantics.
famously eerie clown called Pennywise. But subsequent clowns began to terrorize children and sometimes attack people, while commentators spoke of panic and hysteria. In Pennsylvania, a teenager was reported to have been murdered by someone in a clown mask. Police later said it was the victim who had the mask. 2 weeks ago, again in 2016, a clown stabbed a teenager in Varberg, Sweden. Last weekend, again in 2016, the NSPCC, don't ask me what that means, said the Childline counselors had received hundreds of calls from children worried about clowns. People call it the Great Clown Panic, or Clown Uprising, or Clown Invasion, or Clown Craze.
The Clown Uprising
of 2016.
Oh no! Clowns.
Clowns, this is a quote, clowns deliberately exaggerate the human face and cover the human face with paint so as to make the face less human, says David Wilson, professor of criminology at Birmingham City University. And clowns.
Professor of clowns.
Quote, when a small child is first learning about the world, to have exaggerated features is incredibly
disconcerting.
Disquieting? I didn't know that was a word.
Yeah.
Disquieting.
Oh. Disquieting. It's inducing feelings of anxiety or worry.
I know what disquieting means.
I don't. It makes them question what they are just beginning to feel is normal. Of course, the clown's behavior is meant to be funny, but if you haven't yet developed that sense of the world, then you simply view them as odd or scary. What should you do? This article says, what should you do when confronted by a clown?
God.
Just try to ignore them.
Yeah, just ignore the clown with the knife.
Wilson advises, when you and I were growing up, we encountered people who behaved inappropriately, from exposing themselves to making inappropriate and lewd comments.
I'm sorry, have you dealt with a lot of people exposing themselves?
Apparently.
Author of article?
When they were kids. And the best advice I was given was to just walk away, avoid them. Don't give the clown the fear reaction he wants, or she wants. Let's be gender inclusive here.
I was taught...
Or they want. Non-binary clowns.
Oh, look at you, inclusive.
Mm-hmm. What were you taught?
Oh my God, ally, wear your hat.
I should wear my ally hat.
At all times.
I stand with all clowns.
Even the murderous ones.
Mm-hmm. But also don't challenge the clown.
Yeah, don't challenge the clown.
The clown won't expect an aggressive response and might panic, possibly escalating.
I like that we're talking about them like they're an animal.
Yeah, it's
Let them sniff you.
They may respond aggressively. Wilson thinks to physical violence, so they might just walk away. Just walk away and report the incident to police.
But what do you do if they don't give you the opportunity to walk away?
I don't know.
That's when you get into physical altercations.
Just carry a gun.
At all times.
Just shoot them in the face.
Shoot them in their clown face.
This is an article by CNN. The sinister clown scare is spreading worldwide. Also from 2016.
I'm going to need you to really sell this.
I'm going to try. The bizarre craze seemed to be confined to the U.S., where sightings of so-called creepy clowns emerged in the late summer, but now it looks like the fancy dress frenzy has spread across the seas. It may seem a funny prank to scare unsuspecting victims ahead of Halloween, but police in the UK are warning against participating in the hoax. Authorities across the country have responded to an increasing number of incidents involving people in clown outfits. Quote, dressing up as a clown to scare people may seem like a joke, but it is no laughing matter, Cumbria Superintendent Mark Pannone said. The fear of such incidents is deeply upsetting children in Cumbria and causing them a great deal of distress. On Sunday, Cumbria police said it received 9 clown-related reports, including one who was holding a knife and another a stick.
That just seems excessive, but also it's a stick. Was it a big stick?
Did not mention the size of said stick.
I'm going to need some details on that.
Thames Valley Police said it responded to 14 incidents in 24 hours over the weekend.
That's a lot.
Regarding
That's
clowns.
a lot of clowns. Who has time to buy a clown costume like that? Who's like, wow, I'm going to get so much enjoyment out of this that I should buy a whole costume.
It was becoming a meme. People wanted to participate and scare unsuspecting people.
Don't justify it.
We believe this to be part of a much larger prank, which is currently sweeping across the USA and parts of the UK. It's very alarming he was carrying a knife. However, we do not think he intended to harm the children. And as far as we are aware, this is part of the prank. Authorities are urging people to forego the mischievous fun as the reports are taking vital resources away from other crime investigations. While we do not want to be accused of stopping people enjoying themselves, we would also ask those same people to think of the impact of their behavior on others and themselves, Thames Valley Chief Superintendent Andy Boyd said in a statement. Their behavior is causing multiple reports to our call takers and is tying up police resources, which could impact on calls to other incidents. Very true. Reports of clowns around the neighborhood first emerged in South Carolina towards the end of August, but has since filled up countless social feeds as imitators don their own masks.
Are they just clowning around?
I would say so. Just acting like clowns. As a result, a number of people in the U.S. have been arrested. Schools have released letters warning parents, and the subject even cropped up at a White House briefing. Press Secretary Josh Earnest said, "I don't know that the president has been briefed on this particular situation." That's back when Trump was president.
The clown situation.
They didn't tell him about
well,
clowns.
it's, he's also a clown. So.
True. The biggest one there is.
Truly.
This last article is from The Guardian also, just like the first. This is October 8th, 2016. Clown sightings, the day the craze began. So this is apparently the origin. The first article talked about it first appeared in the UK, but I think this is maybe when it first appeared in the US. The first person to spot a clown, the patient zero, in the current epidemic of threatening clowns sightings spreading across the U.S. was a little boy at a low-income apartment.
If you will.
The clown-demic was a little boy at a low-income apartment complex in Greenville, South Carolina. That's where it began, apparently, South Carolina. He ran to his mother, Donna.
Home of the clowns.
Home of the clowns. Greenville. It's their slogan. He ran to his mother, Donna Arnold, and told her what he had seen. 2 clowns in the woods, both brightly dressed and made up. One with a red fright wig and the other with a black star painted on his face. They whispered something to the boy. Oh, God. They were trying to lure him to the house, his mother told me, pointing towards the woods. So this is some reporter talking to the mom. A path into the woods led down into a shaded hollow, at the bottom of which was a small pond. Beside it sat a house that seemed abandoned. Someone had boarded up the windows and the balcony sagged.
Spooky.
New bags of potting soil set near the basement door, though, and a modern security system looked recently installed. After sunset, a car approached the house, a gleaming white new model Mercedes that looked as out of place as any clown car. The driver stepped out and said the clown stepped out and said she had recently bought the old house as an investment because it sits on 5 acres in an otherwise densely populated area.
The clown was a lady?
She was.
A lady clown?
You think a femme clown.
God, that sounds like a porn search.
You think it looks bad now? You should have seen it before I came in, she said. While we talked,
It was less clowny.
She wore an in-ear headset, so it wasn't always clear
that's suspicious.
whether she was speaking to me or someone on the phone, like her clown friends.
That were telling her, kidnap the child.
No, she didn't want to give her name, she said. Yes, she had heard about the clown sightings.
What's your clown name?
There's probably a BuzzFeed thing.
Giggles.
What's your clown name? Like
Giggles.
a name generator?
Juggles. Juggles the clown.
You punch in your date of birth and your zodiac sign, it gives you your clown name. Actually, let's do that.
Oh my God. What's your clown name based off?
This is what's your clown name brainfall.
What's your clown name based off your zodiac sign?
Paige, happy clown, sad clown, or evil clown?
Evil clown.
Okay, Paige.
Actually, no. Sad clown.
Okay, I'm going to be happy clown.
I'm going to be sad clown.
Okay.
First letter of your name.
Are you irrationally terrified of clowns?
No.
No, a little, or damn right I am?
Not at all. I don't fear those bitches.
No. I'm going to say no also. How many people have you fit into a car before? More than 5, more than 7, more than 10, or 1 in the trunk?
Is it a sedan? Is it a minivan?
Just into any vehicle. More than 5, more than 7, more than 10, or 1 in the trunk? 8. So I'm going to say more than 7.
In a sedan. I'm pretty proud of that.
I'm going to say more than 5. I don't think I've had more than 7 people in my car before. Circus clown, clown for hire, geek, or mime?
Probably geek, I guess.
That's what I was going to choose too. Pick a balloon animal.
Oh my god, I kind of like this. Okay, it's well, we'll do yours first. Sorry, is that a little octopus? I'm going with the octopus. Immediately, octopus.
Okay, I'll do mine. I kind of like the giraffe.
I like the little spots on the giraffe, and that elephant looks sad.
Your position on floppy shoes.
Okay, what are the options? They're freaking hilarious. They're a menace. They make it hard to run from the cops. Who wrote this?
It's that brain fog.
I don't find them funny. I don't think they're. I'll just go with. I mean, factually, yes, I think they'd be hard to run from the cops. Let's go with hard to run from the cops.
That's what I was going to do also.
Get out of my head!
We might end up having the same clown name. The older I get, the wiser I get, the more jaded I get, the angrier I get, the less I give a crap.
The angrier I get, I'm always angry.
The angrier I get.
Just an angry
I'm torn
person.
between jaded and less I give a crap. I think the more jaded I get. Click to get your results. Oh my god, I need to take a fucking survey.
I'm amused by this. Anyways, it says, what's your clown name? You pick the first letter of your name and you find the word that it matches.
Yeah.
Peaches Paige the clown.
Peaches Paige the clown.
Peaches, baby! Yours is Zany Zach.
Zany Zach.
Zany Zach the clown.
According to
LA is a chew.
A Chew the clown. Oh, I love it.
Clown.
You're a Chew the clown.
A chew the clown.
According to this website page, you are Icky, the pants optional clown.
I like Peaches Page better. Let's get rid of that one.
Sure, it may limit your options, but you refuse to succumb to silly common decency by wearing trousers.
I mean, who needs pants?
And then, according to this, I am Stinks, the malodorous clown.
What?
Malodorous clown?
Malodorous?
Malodorous.
Malodorous.
You stinky?
Smelling very unpleasant. Just because you've given up on life and bathing doesn't mean you can't bring tears to the eyes of a child and anyone standing near you. Yeah, apparently you don't wear pants and I smell terrible. Back to the story. Yes, this woman had heard about the clown sighting. She gestured toward the apartment complex through the trees. Every one of them has a phone and can work it better than I can, she said. And yet there's not a single video of a clown. I followed the path back to deliver the good news to Donna Arnold. The clowns weren't real. Ha! She said.
Ha!
One sharp stab of laughter. Come around to the back. Her apartment backed up to the same patch of overgrown woods where the clowns had appeared. Arnold pointed to a dented spot in her door where the paint had recently been chipped away. The clowns hit it with a chain, she said, with complete conviction. I saw them. They hit it and ran off into the woods just as I came out. They're trying to scare us.
I like the voice you gave her.
So her door was dented. She said clowns hit it with a chain. From this patch of woods, the word of prowling clowns began to spread on the other side of Greenville first, then down in South Carolina's Low Country, then North Carolina, Florida, Kentucky, beyond the south to Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, New York, and finally, my little girl's school.
Those places.
The author themselves. I recently received an automated call from my daughter's school in Fairhope, Alabama. It was intended to calm parents, but the missing details spoke more sharply than the ones included. Hi, this is Fairhope Middle School calling with an important message, the cheerful voice began. Please rest assured that your students are safe and the school is taking necessary precautions due to rumored activity. The school perimeter is secured and the police are on campus. The call was meant to prevent worried parents from calling the school. I called. The woman who answered hesitated to describe what happened. Well, it's the clowns, she said.
It's the clowns.
Apparently, the alarm had started in a neighboring county where 2 schools had gone into lockdown after disturbing threats from someone calling himself Flomo Clown.
That's a dumb name.
Look at this Facebook page. Flomo Clown.
Do
I
better.
kill people for a living.
No, you don't.
And whoever screenshotted this sent them a friend request.
And they didn't even approve it yet.
They live in Flomaton, Alabama, which is not a real place.
Flomaton, Alabama.
Flomo had a Facebook page, the profile picture showing a balding clown with red stringy hair and a rubber nose. His shirt was drenched in blood. His bio read simply, I kill people for a living. Flomo made posts targeting a specific town, Flomaton, Alabama, along with more gory clown photos and little gun and knife emojis. People, in a word, flipped out.
In a word.
I rebuke this evil in the name of Jesus! You are from the pits of hell!
The pits of hell.
A local woman wrote on Flomo's page. Everyone, let us pray as believers over this act of evil against us.
Amen.
She immediately followed through by writing a lengthy, heartfelt, terrified Facebook prayer. Some people appealed to heaven. Some speculated on the best ammunition to bring down a clown. Some advocated restraint, maybe just paintballs, and others reached for their .45 caliber pistols.
Oh my.
All of it might seem silly, but something about the arched eyebrows and garish smile skipped a signal right to the base of people's brains. They had lost all capacity for critical thought.
Oh god, this is
that describes most of humanity.
Yeah, it's a regular thing.
After Flomo's scary post, police locked down the schools and swept classrooms for clown-related evidence.
What? They're just leaving behind big shoes and squeaky horns. What?
All right.
Keys to a clown car.
Who does this balloon animal belong to?
Who did this?
Who did this?
Who is the culprit?
Within minutes, the fear spread to other schools, particularly middle schools, where kids were old enough to access social media, but still young enough to hyperventilate over clowns.
I'm hyperventilating over clowns!
Correct. Sociologist Robert Bartholomew at Botany College in New Zealand has studied mass hysteria for decades and said the current clown scare is a result of two rising forces in the U.S.
Clowns.
Clowns. And clowns.
You fucker.
The two rising forces are social media and a fear of otherness, whether it arrives in a white Mercedes or a refugee boat.
Or a polka dot clown car.
Social media plays a pivotal role in spreading these rumor panics, which travel around the globe in the blink of an eye, he said.
A blink of an eye.
They're a part of a greater moral panic about the fear of strangers and terrorists in an increasingly urban, impersonal, and unpredictable world. Makes sense to me.
What an unpredictable world we live in. Oh, God.
It started as a satisfying teenage drama, but spiraled into something serious enough to warrant calling the police to make sure the, quote, perimeter is secured.
Oh my god.
Reports of scary clowns have come and gone every few years. This time, though, the rumors seem to have reached such a velocity that they have escaped the orbit of imagination and landed in real life. In Kentucky, police recently arrested a 20-year-old man hiding in a ditch wearing a clown costume. Police in Virginia arrested 2 teens for wearing clown outfits and chasing children. Meanwhile, police in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, arrested a man for falsely claiming he had seen a clown trying to lure children and chased it into the woods. He had made it all up, he told police. It's a tough moment for clowns, but David Kaiser, Ringling Brothers clown expert, said they will never disappear completely. They will have to evolve, he said, but clowns hold up a mirror on society so we can see the absurd in ourselves. So to be afraid of them is ultimately to be afraid of yourself.
That was way too deep for the reality of the situation. It's dudes threatening people dressed as clowns.
Yep.
I feel like those two things are... If you're talking about, like, the phobia of clowns, then I get it. But, like, that situation directly? Mm-hmm. That's just people threatening people. Not so much the clown aspect. Like, yeah, that adds to the creepiness.
But you remember that, right?
Yes, I remember
you
that.
remember when clowns...
Yes, of course I remember when clowns were terrorizing towns.
Yeah, it's just you saw it, like, every day. There was a new article about
it
clowns...
was silly beans.
Chasing people, and then people making prank videos about clowns.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
There's a news article about a lady that got attacked on her porch by a clown. I remember. I recall.
What kind of world do we live in where you can't even stand on your porch?
A world of clowns.
And you get attacked by a clown.
What'd you think of the beer?
It was interesting. I enjoy a good Kölsch. I'm glad we got to try another one. It's one of my go-to styles, I'd say. If I were to walk in a Benny's and pick out some beer, walk into a brewery, pick out some beer, or pick something off of a tap list, at a brewery, I'd gravitate more towards a Kölsch. They're nice. It's a good lagery ale mix. This one was a little weird, like clowns.
Zachary, hurry! I'm losing my steam.
But it's good. What about you, Paige?
Smelled like old lady perfume.
Like good old lady perfume?
And tasted like regret.
Or bad old lady perfume?
Bad old lady perfume.
Because there's some really good old lady perfume.
It wasn't one of those?
That's unfortunate.
I know.
Well,
I know.
You rated it higher than the peaches.
Yeah, the peaches just was weird.
Peaches was a little underwhelming.
I agree.
Kölschs are good. beerandfearcast.com is our website. We've finally caught up with our episodes. Check them out on Spotify, iTunes or Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find us. It's Beer and Fear. Our handle is at Beer and Fearcast on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can stay up to date with our episodes. They release every Wednesday at noon when I release them on time. And we are posting pictures of all the beers that we drink, tagging the breweries, shouting them out. So you can listen along to an episode, buy the same beer that we drank, and enjoy it with us. Be a nice bonding moment together. And if you don't tell us, we won't ever know. Thanks.
Have a good day.